Right now at noon, the Secret Service is investigating multiple suspicious packages sent to politicians, and CNN will have the latest on the investigation. Plus 13 days until the November election, President Trump is campaigning for Republicans here in Wisconsin. And the billion-dollar Mega Millions jackpot winner is not from Wisconsin, but there is a $1 million winner from the Badger State. We'll tell you where that ticket was sold.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in a minute. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield has a look at your first alert forecast. Frosty start to the day, but nice now.
No lotto win for me. But
I imagine you're sitting here.
Well, I mean, the day isn't that bad. It's not necessarily a jackpot winner, but maybe a couple of numbers on the ticket showing up with highs in the low 50s today and plenty of sunshine. That's at least good news on the WISC-TV Skycam. Currently at 49, south wind at 6 miles per hour. We do have some of those high cirrus clouds showing up, making everything feel a little bit brighter outside as well. Temperatures are in the upper 40s and low 50s across southern Wisconsin. Wind speeds not too bad, so that's the difference. It's not really all that warm outside by any means, but the winds are pretty calm, and that makes it feel a lot better. Winds and temperatures over the next 12 hours, we'll see highs in the low 50s, then we'll be back into the lower 40s and 30s overnight. Your forecast first showing some clouds on the way for tomorrow and even a few rain showers over the next couple of days. We'll take a look at those possibilities in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
I'll take this weather. I like it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, put on a little sweater and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, thank you. We'll check back in a few minutes. Topping the news today, law enforcement officials are trying to determine who mailed potential explosive devices to homes of former President Obama and former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Hillary Lane has the latest.
The Secret Service is investigating suspicious packages. One addressed to Hillary Clinton at her residence in Chappaqua, New York, and found late Tuesday. The other addressed to former President Barack Obama at his D.C. residence, which was found early this morning.
Law enforcement is going to be looking very closely at these devices through X-rays, through collected evidence after a disruption to test and evaluate, okay, what is the explosive material? Is it as simple as black powder?
The Secret Service released a statement this morning saying, in part, the packages were immediately identified during routine mail screening procedures as potential explosive devices and were appropriately handled as such. The protectees did not receive the packages, nor were they at risk of receiving them. Officials say former President Bill Clinton is at home, but Mrs. Clinton is not. She's campaigning for Democrats in Florida. Investigators say the device sent to the Clintons' home resembled a pipe bomb and was similar to a device sent to the New York home of billionaire Democratic donor George Soros Monday. NYPD officials are also investigating a suspicious package sent to the Time Warner Center in New York that forced the evacuation of CNN.
We are outside safely. All of our CNN colleagues that we know of are outside right now.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders condemned the incidents, saying in part, these terrorizing acts are despicable and anyone responsible will be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Hillary Lane, CBS News, Chappaqua, New York.
The Secret Service is also investigating a package found at the office of Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz in Florida, the San Diego Union Tribune building, and the Democratic Senator Kamala Harris's office in California. While Turkish and Saudi investigators search for answers in the death of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi, the U.S. is taking action. Saudi Arabia says Khashoggi, a frequent critic of the Saudi royal family, was killed in a fistfight. Turkey believes a 15-member assassination squad murdered him in the Saudi consulate. The United States revoked the visas for 21 Saudis, and the U.S. has identified as being involved in the operation.
These penalties will not be the last word on this matter from the United States. We will continue to explore additional measures to hold those responsible accountable.
There's still no official word on what the Saudis did with Khashoggi's body. President Donald Trump will visit Wisconsin later today. Trump will visit Mosinee, Up in central Wisconsin, the president won that region by 18 points in 2016. 9 in 10 Republicans there approve of the job he's doing. With Governor Scott Walker locked in a tight race with Democrat Tony Evers, the governor's team is hoping Trump will help him appeal to the state's rural voters. Trump will also campaign for U.S. Senate candidate Leah Vukmir, who is polling behind current Senator Tammy Baldwin by double digits. Former President Barack Obama's campaign stop in Wisconsin will be at Milwaukee High School on Friday. Obama is campaigning for Senator Tammy Baldwin, gubernatorial candidate Tony Evers, and other Democratic candidates. The Democratic Party of Wisconsin says Obama will appear at North Division High School on Milwaukee's north side Friday afternoon. A person who purchased a Mega Millions ticket from Mount Horeb is now a millionaire. Officials with the Wisconsin Lottery said the winning ticket was sold at the Quick Trip on Springdale Street in Mount Horeb. The $1 million winning ticket is the second highest prize available in the game, with the winner having to match all 5 white balls but missing the mega ball number. The $1 million ticket sold in Mount Horeb is one of 35 sold across the country. At least one jackpot winning ticket was sold in South Carolina. Better luck next time. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you spend more time cleaning up after dinner than you do enjoying it, then we need to talk. Because I'm pretty sure I have an idea that'll change all that. Most of the time, when it comes to making dinner, we're looking for ways to make it fast, cheap, and easy, so we don't have to wash pots and pans all night. If that sounds good to you, then I know you're gonna love our one-pot dish that we're making today. And since it's so fill-you-up tasty, your gang will love it too. We start by sauteing a good amount of ground beef along with a chopped onion until it's browned. This takes just a few minutes. To give it its rich flavor, we add an envelope of onion soup mix, a jar of beef gravy, and a few spices. Now, rather than cutting up all sorts of veggies, we simply stir in a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. After spooning this into a casserole dish, we top it off with some mashed potatoes. And these can be homemade, but for this, it's a lot easier and just as tasty if we use packaged refrigerated ones. All that's left to do is sprinkle it with some paprika and bake it off. We can even make this a day or two in advance if we want. What we end up with is a rich and comforting casserole that has everything you like, all in one pan. If that sounds good to you, just go online and get the recipe for satisfying shepherd's pie so you can have an up-to-date twist on an old English classic. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a satisfying way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, a sunny but cool Wednesday across southern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield will have your first alert forecast when we come back. Call for Action phone bank is open right now, ready to take on your consumer issues. And call our hotline. Volunteers will help you with any consumer complaints. The number is 608-270-2833. Well, Yahoo could owe you money, and where teens are spending their screen time. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
The continued rise of online shopping helped beef up UPS's bottom line in the latest quarter. The shipping giant says quarterly profit topped $1.5 billion. Still, the company has been working to cut delivery costs as more and more people click and ship. Yahoo has to pay up. The company agreed to pay $50 million to victims of the biggest data breach in history. Yahoo will also provide 2 years of free credit monitoring services to 200 million users whose data was stolen. You may recall hackers breached its site in 2013 and 2014, but Yahoo didn't disclose it to the public until 2016. MoviePass is looking for a second act. Parent company Helios and Madison announced plans to spin off the troubled movie ticket subscription service into a separate public company. MoviePass Entertainment Holdings would take over shares of MoviePass Inc. with the goal of becoming a film production and marketing company. The cool kids are using Instagram. According to a survey out this week from investment bank Piper Jaffray, Instagram narrowly surpassed Snapchat as the favorite social media platform for teens. 85% use IG versus 84% on Snapchat. Meanwhile, Amazon is the favorite shopping website for teens, and Netflix came out on top for streaming. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrial is down 109 points. The NASDAQ, wow, they're down 111 points. Wow. Our old cool kid, Pam Yankee's in the radio bar right now on her Instagram.
Yeah, I know it. I was trying to figure out, what did she say? IG? Is that what I'm supposed to know? I don't. I'm working on it. I tweet every once in a blue moon. The Instagram one is still a little beyond me.
Yeah, me too.
Snapchat is not anything that I've gotten a chance to use, but I'm open to it. I'll try. I'll give it a varsity try anyhow, but we'll see how
You're
far
on the
it
Facebook.
goes.
You're very active on Facebook.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, that one. But I'm a dinosaur as far as social media, so that's where all us dinosaurs go, I guess. At least that's what the surveys tell us. That's all right. I'm comfortable in my dinosaur-like cave. Wish I could protect my growers from some of these numbers that I've got to deliver every day. Boy, it just doesn't seem to get any better. Harvest is moving along. I guess that's one good thing that we can kind of keep hanging our hats on. But that's also part of the reason why our markets are under pressure. Little bit of an update that I received this morning. Found out that Saturday, President Donald Trump is going to be at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis. Why do I bring it up? Because this is the first time that a sitting president has spoke to the blue and gold FFA members since back in 1978 when Jimmy Carter was there. If you remember back in the day, Jimmy Carter claimed to be a peanut farmer from Georgia. That was the last time that we had a sitting president that took time for the blue and gold. They are expecting a record-breaking crowd down in Indianapolis tonight. Garth Brooks is going to be performing a special concert just for the blue and gold, the FFA, and they're expecting some 65,000 attendees from across the United States, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Definitely the largest millennial group that I'm sure the president gets a chance to visit with. We'll see how that goes over on Saturday. So again, the market's on the midday trading lower. Tomorrow we will get our USDA export reports. We're hoping for some indication on other areas of the world besides China that's interested in our commodities, especially soybeans. Dairy likewise under pressure. One positive area that I don't get much to talk about is the live cattle and feeder cattle right now in Chicago are doing pretty well. So that's my bright spot in the market. Barrel cheese today down a penny and a quarter at 120 3/4. 40-pound block cheese down another half at 147. The AA butter did gain a penny and 3/4 at 221 1/4. And Mark, we'd been talking earlier this week about Culver's and their Thank a Dairy Farmer campaign. We love our dairy farmers, and it showed very clearly. They launched the website about 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and they had to shut it down before noon on Monday morning because they were swamped with nominations of good people that wanted to recognize their dairy farm neighbors. They had budgeted or planned for 500. They got 800 and had to shut it off. So at least our dairy farmers should know, despite the challenge and pain that's going on out there, they are appreciated by their consumers and neighbors in many regards.
Yeah, I think from all of us. All right, we'll see you on the gram.
Okay,
That's what the
whatever.
kids say.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, our other cool kid is here, Dave.
I'm actually not on Instagram,
No?
surprisingly.
I'm not either.
I used to be, but it's just too much. It really is. It's so overwhelming with all the social media sites and videos on this.
Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple, and that's what I'm doing with this forecast.
right.
I'm keeping it simple with the sunshine right now, a little bit cool in temperature land, but not bad. Check out this simply stunning sunrise photo. There was a lot of alliteration there. Chris sends us in from Baraboo, and we can see on our 3 things that we're watching today, the clouds will be increasing, especially later on tonight. We do have some slight rain chances over the next couple of days, and not another question that another weekend comes by and we see a few more snowflakes across southern Wisconsin. We'll talk about all that in just a little bit. Now, October temperatures generally have been pretty chilly. We're about 1.5 degrees below normal so far for the month of October, and more often than not, we're seeing these these days on the calendar turn blue instead of orange. So definitely a lot of below average temperatures lately. And I think those temperatures stay pretty chilly over the next week or so. Visible cloud track has been clear, though, so the sunshine is helping us out and the wind is not too bad. So it actually feels pretty nice outside. Doppler track is quiet. It necessarily won't remain that way as we head into the next couple of days, but right now we're seeing plenty of blue sky and maybe just some higher level clouds on the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. The almanac for today forecast high of 51. It's about 5 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. 49 in Madison, 51 in Watertown, 52 right now in Janesville and Lone Rock at 49 as well. Wind speeds not too bad out of the south, so pumping in some slightly warmer air at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our high temperature trend, as I mentioned, we are pretty consistent in the low 50s, so about 5 degrees below normal as we head into the weekend. And for the weekend into the start of next week, we'll actually be in the mid 40s, so these chilly temperatures are continuing up until Halloween. We could be in the 40s and 50s for Halloween, and we're about a week away now. Last year, we were in the 30s, and we were pretty chilly, to say the least, but we've been in the 50s and 60s before and actually have had some measurable snow on Halloween as early as 2014. Now, future track is staying pretty quiet over the next couple of days, but we will start to see the clouds and the increase overnight tonight into tomorrow. And I can't rule out a few rain showers over the next couple of days, especially later on Thursday into Friday. Not too much showing up on future track, but we still will have to have that umbrella ready to go because a couple of those showers may break out at a moment's notice. The better rain chances and maybe a few snowflakes come our way late on Saturday into Sunday for the weekend. Then we're dry on Monday and for much of Tuesday before just in time for Halloween. Not too spooky, but there is the threat of some rain showers Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So kind of an active end to October and beginning to November shaping up across southern Wisconsin.
Lots going on that graphic. All right, Dave, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 at noon. I'm next. A little boy with a heart defect from Sacramento is getting his wish come true. We'll have his story when we come back. Something strange in the neighborhood. One boy in Sacramento knows who he's going to call. As Olivia DeGenero tells us, a 5-year-old London Green story.
We're getting a report of breaking news that ghosts have overrun the city of Sacramento. Who are we going to call? Ghostbusters. When there's something strange in his neighborhood, this little guy ain't afraid of no ghosts.
He'll just come out of the whatever room he's in, I got a call, and then put on his proton pack and go fight ghosts around the house or at the park.
London Green saw the cult classic film when he was just 3 years old, and he's been obsessed with it ever since.
Once the song came on, it was just like he was hooked.
But the 5-year-old's bravery goes much farther than hunting ghosts.
He was born without a pulmonary artery. His valves were twisted, and he had a hole in the bottom.
London has already undergone 4 heart surgeries and weeks of hospital stays for a congenital heart defect. So when the Make-A-Wish Foundation found out about his dream to be a Ghostbuster, they recruited some experts right here in Sacramento to make it happen.
We're Sacramento Ghostbusters.
Now aim it at the ghost.
With his proton pack strapped on and his ghost meter in hand, London joined the Sacramento Ghostbusters to hunt some haunted spirits in Old Sacramento.
I got to be a Ghostbuster.
He followed trails of slime around the city to track down ghosts in the Railroad Museum.
I start bringing them down.
And zap a ghost inside the Old Eagle Theater. But it was a trail of marshmallows that led him to his final mission.
Catching the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
You did it! You did it, buddy!
And like any true hero, the mayor was there at the end of his journey to award him the highest honor in Sacramento.
It's the key to the city.
A community-wide effort to make a brave little boy's wish come true.
Takes a village, that's for sure.
Yeah,
a happy
that's
little
awesome.
boy he is. Weather's awesome too.
Yeah, not too bad with temperatures in the 50s, plenty of sunshine. The clouds increase later tonight. Some rain chances over the next couple of days.
Not so awesome. All right, that's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.